Hey there, rocket punch enthusiasts! Welcome back to Alien the Role-Playing Game, the solo, episode 4, right? Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Hey there, true believers. That's right. I've zoomed in because you gotta see this beautiful map from Free League. So, in our last episode, through some trials, some minor beginning trials, Jefferies has made it to the bridge where he found a sea of stars. He knows he's not in some dry dock. So what the heck is going on? And the bridge is completely empty. And seeing this hopeless sight, he's become a bit jumpy because his nerves are kind of fried a bit due to the stress of being alone and having honestly no idea what's going on and seeing the blood in the lab. So something is definitely going on. He doesn't like it. So he knows that there's one place to get answers, and that's Mother. So I think he is going to go there. So he comes up to the door leading in, and I believe he should have access of some kind, or this is going to be really short. So I believe he has access. I believe anyone can access Mother. I'll say that anyone can go in there, because it wouldn't make sense that the main control system to basically everything here that's controlled by Mother, that if there was an accident, that there's no way for someone to get in there. So I think it's really a clearance thing, and probably what he can or cannot see is determined by the company. But I would imagine he's allowed to get in there, because if something happens, well, let's get in there. He gets in here. All right. So he's able to get in, and he has a seat at Mother's chair. And I know deep down inside he wants to cry, "Mommy, help me!" But he cannot, for this is not Mommy, this is Mother. So he takes a seat in the chair, and I think he must have some kind of method. And let's see if he's okay, if things are coming to. And I think we can determine that by, let's just rolling his wits. Yeah, I think wits. Like, just see if this is coming back. And there's that damn fly again. It's over there on the chair. Get out of here, fly. Oh, it left. But it's a fevered face hugger in disguise, ready to suck my brains out, probably. All right, let's go. Let's give it a shot. He's got 3 in wits. Let's see if this is coming back as he sits down, if it jogs any memories. 6, yes. I think he sits down, and his fingers just start going through the motions. Is this coming back to him? He's like, it's coming back. Yes, my fingers know what they're supposed to do. Muscle memory. Yes, that's it. As I know I'm a medical officer, and my name is Jefferies, and I've been in cryo for way too long. Something happened. Mother, it like starts typing. Okay, Mother, it's me, Jefferies. I need answers. What's going on here? And like, there's like a prompt, the green screen. It doesn't talk, right? So it has like this green screen. Maybe it talks. Maybe it's slightly in the future. So maybe it has a readout and a little bit of a vocal. Yes, I want all my machines to talk to me, so why not? And it just kind of says something like, identify user, Jefferies. And what is he? What rank is he? Oh yeah, we haven't talked about a rank. Is there a rank in this thing here? I see one. I don't want to wait a million years because this is solo, so I just want to keep rolling, right? So maybe we'll go back later and figure something out, retcon it if we have to. But in my mind, essentially, it just says like, identify user, Jefferies. And I know he's a combat medic or field medic, because that's what he is. He's a medic of some kind. He has these things. So I have 2 options. Is he with the Space Marines? And we're just going to roll our D6 decider. 1, no, he is not with the Space Marines. So he's a kind of a medic, a med tech. And I think I would assume then, if he's not with the Space Marines, he's definitely with Weyland-Yutani. So I'm not even going to roll that. That makes sense. I have no other idea right at the moment. It's got to be one of those 2. So Weyland-Yutani, ID number. And what's his number? ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Designation medical tech. I knew it. I was some kind of a medical tech, and now I have my ID number. That might allow me to access. Yes, thank you, Mother. Thank you for that. Yes, it's coming back to me. Mother, Mother, what is the situation? He's like typing on these awesome clackety-clack keyboards. And maybe he talks to it at the same time. That's cool. And I think, yeah, he definitely has, there's a Weyland-Yutani ship, apparently. Yes, because I just decided it is, apparently. So it's a Weyland-Yutani ship. He's part of the crew on this ship as a medical technician, medical something like that. He has combat experience, so maybe as a combat medic, maybe he was in the Marines or something. I don't know. He has some kind of skills of that nature. So he knows his ID now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's going to ask Mother, what is the situation? And I believe as part of the crew, and actually, let's see, is he part of like the officer side, or is he more of, well, yeah, he's not in Space Marine, so he's not an officer rank, but is he kind of part of the bridge, or is he like a technician? Let's see. 1, he is not part of the bridge crew. Okay, so he's like the medical officer. Well, I just said officer. That doesn't make sense. So he's not the head medical officer. So that means there is a head medical officer here. But he's definitely in the medical department. But I think he can get the general gist of what's going on here. And he just goes, and he starts typing away. Let's see if he can get this information. I would assume it's a simple comtech to convince to run the commands necessary to prove that he can look at this. Yes, he gets 1 success. I haven't had to push anything yet. So he gets in. Mother, what's the situation? Verifying ID. Jefferies, David. ID number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, yeah, that's me. Mother, what is the situation? Specify time period. He's like, I guess he's like, what happened to Jefferies' cryopod? And just user validation. And it's just like, it allows him to get some information because it's his pod, it's him. So I think they're going to tell him. So it comes up with star date or alien date approximately 2 weeks ago. Damage on pod Jefferies. Ship failure leads to coolant line rupture. Power surges. Jefferies cryopod controller fries. Engineering staff notified. Engineering report. I can fix his pod or save the patient. We don't have time for both. It seems there's a sign off here. It says Burton. Burton is the engineer. Okay, so he entered this report into Mother, but what the heck? Why did the ship take damage? All right, let me try that. Mother, what caused damage to the ship? I think this might be a little bit hard. I don't know if Mother's gonna tell him. Will Mother tell him this information? Yes, I think it will. So if it does tell him, I think it's going to keep it pretty thin. So Mother pipes in and says, 2 weeks ago, during crew sleep, additional support cryopods in cargo bay developed mechanical malfunction. Crew was awakened. User Jefferies cryopod sustained unknown mechanical failures. Head of engineering Burton decided it was safer to keep user Jefferies inside cryo tube until ship could dock and receive external services. Oh, that doesn't really make sense. What caused the failure then? Let me try. Fail. User Jefferies, access denied. What? I mean access denied? That's ridiculous. Okay. Mother, you're being crazy. Okay. Well, if I can't get through that, maybe I can find out, well, where is this ship from? What were we doing out in space? And I think that is a very fundamental mission. I don't think that's that hard of information to get. I think he can get a general information. Medical frigate Hippocrates returning to Earth after evacuating casualties during marine operation. After securing Marines in additional cryotubes in storage, medical personnel went into cryosleep. Okay. Yeah, it's coming back to me. Weyland-Yutani tasked this the USCSS or whatever, the Hippocrates, to go to, what was it, LV621 to, yeah, we were evacuating a call. Yeah, we were evacuating Marines after we received a call through Weyland-Yutani, and we were reported to go to LV621 for an emergency medical evacuation. So some kind of, I think the Marines called in some kind of support. And, yeah, that's right. We were there on LV621. The Space Marines called in some kind of medical support frigate, and we were the closest in the area and rerouted there. Yeah, that's right. And I remember we got down there, and it was like a jungle planet. Yeah. And I know there were a couple other frigates with us. Another Space Marine frigate landed, cleared the area, and then we landed. And then they brought a whole bunch of bodies to us already in these emergency cryo chambers. That's right. And then we loaded it, and then yeah, that's all I really remember right now. Well, I don't know. All right, well, maybe I can access the medical logs from here after the med lab was in a bit of shambles down there. Mother, what's the situation in the med bay? What happened? Let's see, can he get that information? That might be a little bit of confidential, maybe. I don't know. Kind of information as well. 3, no. Okay, he's just like, user access denied. Confidential. Okay, shit, I really need to get in here. Shit, I need to find out what happened. All right, I saw in that one movie, you can just come out here, grab some random colored tubey things, and then go in here and shove them into Mother. Well, that sounded gross. Okay, well, anyway, let me try my ComTech. Let me see if I can get in there. Come on. Nothing. Damn it. Mother just buzzes at him. Access denied. Well, shit. I need to know what happened. All right. Mother, give me a crew report. I can get that. Yeah. Types again, and it kind of tells him a breakdown of the roster. Okay. Mother pipes up. Hippocrates roster. Captain Stevens. Chief Medical Officer, Cho. Officer, Kendricks. Wait, what the? Company Agent Representative, Chalmers. Jefferies, Medical Tech. Davids, Science Officer. Engineering, Burton. Pilot, Reese. Marine, Bundy. Wait. What was that? Kendricks. That's right. Now I remember. Kendricks, yeah. She's the warrant officer on the ship. Yeah, it's her name. Kendricks, yes. I remember, we've kind of been hanging out recently. I bought her some freeze-dried coffee, and we talked over some slop at the mess hall. We're kind of hitting it off a bit, I think. I don't know. Why did she write that note? Why does she want me in the pod? That's odd. That's an odd note. Why is it better to stay in a locked cryopod for who knows how many years? I could be stuck in there in a coma. That's kind of weird. Well, if Mother's not going to tell me anything, maybe I can go out to the bridge and get into the... Let's see. Is there anything in the bridge? I think he's been bumbling around for a bit. Danger level 1. We're going to roll 2d6. I'm not going to have a queen alien here right yet. 8. No event. Okay, so he's still good. Maybe they were able to kind of keep whatever's here. Shh. Jefferies, you didn't hear anything. All right, he's going to come down here to the medical computer, and he's going to he finds where his station is, like on the bridge, and he's going to sit down and see if he can pull up some information. Maybe he has some better luck over here, away from Mother's prying eyes. Maybe he can go to some kind of medical log. Okay, so we know that there is some, like an extra cryo storage bay in the storage department that's been converted on the ship. Yes, there's like a special cryo chamber elsewhere on the ship for evacuees and things like that. Yes, that makes sense. That's how that's working out. So I think he's going to come in here. He's going to sit down. Let me see if I can get anything over here. Mother's being a bitch today, so I'm going to go around her and try to find something. I gotta find out what's going on. Oh no. That's 2 1s. I don't think I can push that. That's like waiting for shit to happen. Yeah, he's SOL. So I think there's only one more chance. Jefferies, what are you gonna do? You're kinda SOL. You can't figure out what is going on. Mother won't let you in. And you can't access here. Shoot. What am I gonna do? I think there's only one way. I'm gonna have to go back to the med lab and try to fix that computer and find out what's going on. Before I do that, let's open this up. What else is around me? I don't think anything's around you, Jefferies. I think all we have is the bridge, Mother, the mess hall, and you have the infirmary down here in the cryo chamber. So, yeah, I don't know if there's anything. You're gonna have to go down to engineering on the sub-level. Yeah, wait a minute. Why do you know there's a sub-level here, Jefferies? Your memory is coming back. That's right, I remember a sub-level. Wait a minute. I think I can just go over here and educate myself on the general layout of the ship. So he's gonna sit back down. I think that's fairly easy. I think he can access the general layout, and he's gonna look at that, pour over that as his memory kind of comes back. He's like, oh yeah, no, it's coming back. I remember this. And then all of a sudden his stomach is like gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Oh shit, before I do that, I think I'm gonna head down to the mess hall and get something to and I think the doors are open. So Jefferies, goes down to the mess hall right here. And he's gonna grab some food. You know what? I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I don't know. I need something to work off of. This is getting silly here. I want to roll on a table. So I'm gonna roll on the environment matrix and see if something cool kind of happens here. Any cool ideas? 1-5 or 5-1? 1-5. The first one I rolled up is biological growths. Yeah, I think he's gonna head to the fridge, right? And when he heads to the fridge, he opens it up, and inside is just a whole bunch of moldy stuff. Whatever was in there is moldy. And I think it's because of the coolant issue. Yes, but does Jefferies know that? Jefferies, do you know that? Actually, I think he would. I think just going in there and just even, you notice that not only the stench, which I think is gonna make him throw up, but I think that when the refrigerator is not working, you can tell there's like no lights on, or maybe there are lights on, but it's not cool at all. So first let's roll stamina. Yeah, Jefferies, you're gonna throw up all over the place. You're gonna puke your guts out. Oh wait, actually he's got 5. 2 successes. No, he's like, and he shuts the door fast enough, and he's just like, it's power's on, but it's like the coolant systems are off. What? So there's definitely something. The whole ship, the coolant is bad or broken or something, and that's why there's a problem with the cryopods. All right, well, that is strange. Well, anyway, I'm gonna grab some dried rations. So he's gonna grab some ration bars or whatever, space Snickers, and I would assume there's some kind of water or something he can kind of grab. He's gonna grab that, maybe eat some, and then put a couple in his jumpsuit here, as he kind of sits down at the table and kind of ponders what he can do next. He's gonna have to find a way to get downstairs, and he needs to get some tools from engineering, and he needs to be able to come up here and fix whatever is wrong in the infirmary, and then try to get answers from that. What happened here? So, yeah, I think that's a plan. So Jefferies, I think that's great. So I'm gonna go away and think on that a little bit. No, not really. I think that's basically the idea, but maybe something else will pop up during the week. And, well, you can just sit down here and munch on your space Snickers. And just stay safe, buddy. Stay safe. And until next time, on Rocket Punch! Later.